Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to give you a detailed breakdown of the Bull-it SR6 Jeans available at RevZilla.com. If you've watched RevZilla videos before, chances are you've seen one of our detailed breakdown videos for a helmet, where we give you all the inner workings of a lid, and then for the other graphics associated with it, we just give you a simple graphic overview. And we're going to do the same thing for the Bull-it SR6 Jeans. So in this video, we're going to give you a detailed breakdown of what you can expect from the entire line of SR6 jeans, and then for each of the individual cuts and fades, we'll give you a graphic overview of what you can expect from that particular fit. Now, if you're not familiar with Bull-it as a brand, this is a brand that's new to RevZilla. They're out of England, and what they've really seen is a trend and a push into more riders using jeans as a way to keep themselves safe on a motorcycle. But they wanted to just kind of challenge the traditional norms of something like Kevlar, and they wanted to introduce a new material. That new material they're using is going to be called Covec, and we'll get more into the properties of Covec as we dig into the nuts and bolts of this particular video. But first and foremost, let's hit on sizing of what you can expect from the regular SR6 jeans. Now, Buzzsaw on my left-hand side stands at 6 feet tall, weighs in at 215 pounds, and he traditionally wears his jeans in a size 38-34, and there's no surprises here. He's a 38-34 in the SR6s. Now, one of the nice things about these jeans is if you are a larger rider, sizes in the waist are going to range from 30 inches up to 56 inches, and for each of those waist measurements, you can choose between a 30, 32, 34, or 36 inch inseam. So there's just a huge variety of sizing options to make sure you are taken care of for the right fit for your body type. Now, as far as the colors that are available for the SR6s, you've got Bondi Blue, which Buzzsaw is wearing right here. And if you're looking at the product page picture, you can see it's a little bit of a different color than what you'd expect from just looking at the photo. And then there's also a vintage blue option as well. So what you're getting with the SR6s, the SR6 is going to be a step up in Bull-et's lineup from the SR4s. And the main consideration here is the simple time amount of abrasion resistance. The SR4 or the SR6s give you about an extra second of abrasion resistancy over something like the SR4s. You go from about you go from right at 5.2 seconds for the SR4s up to 6.26 seconds for the SR6s. You're also going to have a thicker layer of Covec material. It's going to be more encompassing, but the other addition that you really get is there's going to be a full slip liner in the SR6s, which leads to more comfort. SR6s are going to come up around that $180 price point, which is a $30 premium over the SR4. So just something to consider when you're figuring out which Bull-it jeans are right for you. Now, before we go any further, let's dive into what you can expect from Covec. What is Covec, and how does it perform differently than something like a traditional Kevlar? So really what we're seeing here is that it has a higher abrasion resistancy than Kevlar. Now, Kevlar is going to have a higher melting point, but one of the things we've seen from Kevlar is that the abrasion resistancy, the abrasion rate doesn't get so hot that it even hits that really high melting point. So what you're getting with Covec is, again, that higher abrasion resistancy. You're also going to have less bonding and fatigue from yarn to yarn play. So what that means is, as you're flexing, as you're moving around on the motorcycle, you're not going to wear out the protective nature of Covec the same way Kevlar has a tendency to do over time, and they call that yarn to yarn fatigue. Now, it's not going to have the same rating as something like a nylon or a polyester, which sits very high in the level of yarn to yarn fatigue rating, but we're still going to see something that's a little bit better than what you've traditionally seen with Kevlar riding jeans. Now, that's not to say that Covec doesn't have its downfall. One of the things that you're going to notice with this, it's going to be bulkier. There's definitely going to be, you're going to be able to feel this more in. It's a woven material, and you can feel those weaves as you put the jeans on. Now, in a more relaxed fit, like we're seeing with the SR6s, this is going to be something that you're not going to notice as much. But when you get into the SR6 Slims or the SR6 Cargos, where it might just be a little bit more of an articulated fit, you might notice that a little bit more. One of the things that I really like that the SR6s give you is that slip liner, and that's going to add to the overall comfort that you can expect when you're putting the jeans on, taking them off. So breaking down the jeans from the front and just kind of working our way through, this is where we're going to get into what you can expect from the fit. So the traditional SR6s are going to be a very baggy jean. This is going to be what I would call a stovepipe or an extreme relaxed fit. There's a lot of room going on here, and it's going to carry that same fit all the way down, so you have a lot of extra room when you get to the bottom. So if you're someone that doesn't like that new trend that we've seen into tapered or slim cut jeans, this is definitely one that's going to give you that room that you're looking for. Traditional 5-pocket jean, this is going to have flat rivets with the little bull's head logo on the rivets themselves. And then as you look at this 5th pocket over here, there will be a little bit of a bull's head logo sewn in. Now as we work our way down, one of the things you're going to see with the SR6s that you're not going to have with the SR4s is they've gotten rid of some of that exterior stitching on the cotton. The actual exterior shell is still just 100% cotton denim, but with that Covec material working its way on the inside, there will be pockets for knee armor as well as hip armor in this, and that Covec material is going to work its way all the way down to the bottom of the knee, and it will wrap fully encompassing around the entire leg. But so I'm going to have you go ahead and face sideways for me. Starting with the top, working our way down. Like I said earlier, there will be a pocket for hip armor if you want to add that at a later time. And then you will notice triple safety stitching on the outseams for this. So if you do go down in a crash, you will have that extra layer where the jeans tend to rip apart normally. They've given you that extra layer of stitching to make sure everything holds together. And again, that wide cut you can see, just taking a look down, as Buzzsaw is facing, from a side profile, it does have that wide nature when you're looking at just the regular SR6 jeans. Buzzsaw, you may face backwards for me. Starting with the top, working your way down, you will see that bull's head logo over on the leather swath for the belt loop. 3 belt buckle or 3 belt holes on the very back to make sure that you can pull up that whole jean. When you just have that one traditional belt buckle part in the back, you tend to wear that belt out in that one notch where it really pulls. So I like the fact that they give you those 3 different belt loops to push through. Now, here's one of the tricky things with Bull-it. They change a lot depending on the fade. So when we're looking at the SR6s, if you're going with the Bondi blue or the vintage blue, you're going to see a different pocket design on the back. So keep that in mind. Use the product pictures on the website. That'll show you exactly what to expect from the back pockets. But when we're looking at the Bondi blue, you can see almost a faded inner color lighter blue denim with a traditional blue pocket on the back. There will be a little bit more of a design feature when you're looking at the vintage blues. Now that Covec material will work its way throughout the entire seat on this. If you do have a crash with the motorcycle, chances are you're going to be sliding on your butt at some point in time. So they wanted to make sure you are completely covered. And then that Covec material will work its way around the entire inner thigh as well. One quick glance down and you will see that larger relaxed fit just to give you that maximum view of what you can expect front, side, and back with the overall fit for the regular SR6s. Buzzsaw, you may face forward. Now there's a lot of riders out there that are pushing further into utilizing riding jeans as a way to maintain safety on a motorcycle, and it's nice to see a new player come to the market with a new material such as Covec. Now there's a lot of riders out there that are utilizing Bull-it jeans, and if you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read rider reviews from folks that are already out there using Bull-it jeans on their rides. If you have more questions for us, maybe you want to figure out which riding jeans are right for you, reach out to one of our gear geeks at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot them an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Bull-it SR6 jeans. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.